Oh, I can't stop not pooping. Oh, I'm constantly not shit. I guess it's just you. Actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like a disaster. Because it sounds like you feel like you have to poop at all times, but nothing comes out, which is a classic tragedy. I believe it was in the Epic of Gilgamesh. Here I sit broken-hearted. Tried to poop, only farted. Hey, Anel, went to a diner, got tricked into spending $7 on orange juice. How can I recover? Okay, great starting bit. Thank you so much. We're back with Isaac, and we got a first room. I would go back and I would test you. Are you willing to put your chat life on the line? You willing to put your chat life on the line now that we have placenta? Yes, I am. Okay, you're lucky I don't remember your username. So far, so good. You gotta be feeling good after that one. Kudos to you. Subpar 1224. You left your life on the line. What are the odds of 2 good pills in a row in Isaac? That's gotta be like 1 in 1,000. That's crazy. No, you don't get VIP'd for that. Come on. Have some standards. It's fun for like the first time you throw a snowball and you hit somebody with it, you're like, this is fun. The first time you get hit with a snowball and it explodes on... Because the thing is, it hits you like in the side of the cheek or something, and that's fine. But then the snow like particleizes and it shoots down your winter coat, like under the neckline of your t-shirt, and it gets down your back and stuff like that. You're walking around the rest of the recess like this, like with your shoulders hunched up like this. Or it gets in between your snow pants and your boots and stuff like that. And that's even, like, that's the best it ever gets. Because what you always end up with, like, some kid whose dad just got out of, like, federal prison or something. I did not get to enjoy the field trip at all. I spent, like, the whole time just trying to make sure I didn't, like, lose a child. It's okay if you lose 1 or 2. That's the thing, right? You would think, like, nobody's perfect. So it's like, come on, 30 kids? I lost 1. 97% of the kids made it home. 97! No matter where you are, that's an A+. But oh, the parents of the kid who got lost at the science museum and their kid ended up traumatized, they don't see it that way. Almost in tears. Or desk, I should say. I was almost in tears, and I said, excuse me, I think I lost my grandpa. Can you make a call for him on the PA to come to the customer service desk? And they did, and he was literally like 10 feet away. But the most embarrassing part of the story is not that he was close, is that I was at the age that I was when this story took place. You probably thought I was like 5. I was in the damn 8th grade. Looking back, definitely too old to be that perturbed at having lost my grandfather in the future. You know, you just have a sip or something like that, and I was like, I will not have a sip. And quite frankly, I'm disappointed in you. But then I feel like, again, this is just +2 farming, so I apologize because it feels like it's too easy. But North America's like relationship with alcohol is like really bad. Because you're like taught that you should never touch it until you're 19 or 21, which is actually like 21 is crazy. So what most, well, I shouldn't say most, but what many people end up doing is they spend like, you know, 20 years. I know, I'm on to you, Daryl from Save On Foods. Daryl! Spending all your money on Save On Foods, $1 million score and win. If a Vancouver Canucks player scores 9 goals in a single game, you'll win $1 million. Hey, Daryl, how about you stop financing this nonsense and you start having someone staff the bakery so I don't have to stand at the bakery with my thumb on my ass for like 20 minutes waiting for somebody to show up so I can be like, yes, I'll take 2 hamburger buns, please. How about you just hire some people, Daryl? It's madness. Look at this, man. Imagine thinking that was Mayor Pete. Honestly, there should be like a button you hit, like on Twitter, on any form of social media, that just filters America out. Did you see the tweet that was like, the internet's broken? There's no reason I should know the names of 75 American congressmen when I live in Amsterdam. Like, there needs to, and I apologize to the United States citizenry that's watching this. Again, you're the plurality of the viewing audience. You don't understand that as a result of your hegemony, the whole world basically becomes the United States of America. They're really just like, there should be light mode, dark mode, and then like no America for a bit mode. You should be able to like hit a button and then any American tweets get filtered for like just 24 hours. And then a lot of people are saying based, but also if you ever find yourself on the West Coast waking up at like 5:30 a.m., you realize that like, oh, what's the first, the edit button, right? I don't see how that could possibly go wrong. I'm very staunchly against the edit button on Twitter. I'm not saying there's no way to fix this problem, but the way that I see it working is that somebody makes a tweet that's like, I like pizza, and then thousands of people favorite it, retweet it, reply, and go like, I also love this, I agree. And then the original poster edits the tweet to say like, I love murder. And then everybody that replied, all of a sudden, it looks like they have a permanent record on their Twitter account of liking murder publicly. But also, I just think that like, we should I don't understand why people don't just read their tweets before they post them. I mean, you can proofread something like 10 times. You could still have like a, you know, like a double word or use the wrong there or something like that. Also, like, I think it just flies in the face of what I want Twitter to be, which is just like, I had a stupid thought. For example, you ever see a capital S smart car doing some capital D dumb shit? Don't even, I know we're pausing immediately here. The impetus for that tweet, by the way, was there's a lot of construction going on in Vancouver right now, which is fine. I understand. I have to get into this lane right now. That was the impetus. You ever see a smart car doing some dumb shit behind the VH1 behind the tweet? Imagine if you didn't need a car in general. Oh my god, just shut up. Like, I get, look, and this is coming from a position of mutual respect. Anytime anyone, like, if someone's like, oh, I saw a bad driver today, the proper response is not like, well, cars shouldn't exist anyway. Like, I get it. You're online, okay? I don't even necessarily... It's going down now? Yeah, but as it's going down now, it had gone up so much in the past, and rent's going up to begin with. The homeowner, you can't complain about owning a home in a world of renters, okay? It's just like, it's just a bad look. Turning into Bernie. The homeowners complain too much, it's annoying. I wish they would not complain about a privilege that they willfully entered into. Especially, like, it bothered me in Vancouver because they were going to raise property taxes on homes valued. But inwardly, I was like, oh no, send me back to my fucking house with my family. Do I need a lawyer? Like, it's literally, it's like a 45-minute drive away. What do you want me to do? Please, sir, please let me get into Blaine, Washington so I can buy some Tillamook cheddar cheese. Please, please. Just relax, dude. Don't you have bigger problems? You watch the news lately? My baby doesn't have a Nexus. That's fine. You know, there's a way that you could be like, you know, hey, just for future reference, don't use this line unless everybody in the car has a Nexus. That's a reasonable statement. We should run the risk of the opposite. Border agents being nice to everybody and accidentally being too nice to the drug traffickers. Because I'm just saying this, like, they're real hard asses at the border for what I assume are largely, you know, drug and smuggling based reasons. People are still, they're like doing more drugs than ever. I think you might be kind of like ass at your job. So can you at least like be nice? I'm sorry. But like whatever, the current system that you're using is not working to the standards that I think it would have to work to in order to justify me being condescended to every time I try to bring some tourism to my citizenship. What are they gonna, like, you could be as big of an asshole as you want, but I'm pretty sure in like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm probably going to be sleeping in my own bed. You can waste my time. What? Oh, a Canadian governmental entity wasting my time? That's a new one. Cavity search? Honestly, dude, that's an open door right now. So if I was ever going to get a cavity search, now's the time. Because trust me, there's nothing in there. What about obstruction? Well, that's the thing is I'm actually, and this is probably why, it's jester's immunity. It's no longer like, oh, somebody made this and I am making fun of them. Instead, it's just a joke. It's just become a joke, and I gotta respect that. I think that was formative for me, for entering into the idea of, you know, who cares if something's staged as long as it's funny. Like everything on SNL is staged but not funny. Everything on, well, most things on I Think You Should Leave are staged but humorous. I did love the, there's so many like I Think You Should Leave sports themed accounts. I agree, cool shit should be legal. Okay, this is possibly the most insane North American take of all time. But does anybody else, whenever they watch soccer, think that the penalty for handball is just like a little too high? Like, I get that handball is like a serious deal in football / soccer, but like, it's like the murder of soccer. If you accidentally touch the ball with your wrist, everybody on the field goes, for like 5 minutes right in the referee's face. Like, the ball's moving fast out there, man. Isn't it like if you get handball, it's an automatic red card or something like that? It just seems like, you know, accidentally you'd end up getting a lot of handballs. No, it's not. Is it an automatic penalty? Only if the handball denied a goal. You just don't know the rules, you're talking shit? Oh, I know handball is bad. And they don't treat it like basketball, where there's like a bunch of rules, but they don't enforce half of them, like traveling and double dribbling. I don't even feel like handball is like that much of an advantage. Like, have you seen how fast a ball travels when you kick it at full speed versus how fast it would travel if you punched it? Like, it doesn't seem like it would help you that much. I think they should let him use the hands a little bit. Hand is OP for defense. Well, I think that's what they need then. Soccer's been way too offensive for too long. Most NA take ever. Okay, well, like, I think, and I actually like soccer. I don't watch a lot of it, but I was into it at the turn of the decade, you know, the 2010s. I watched a lot of Toronto FC as they were making their way through the CONCACAF Champions League, playing teams in Panama that played in like a high school stadium and then coming back for their home leg at BMO Field. So I appreciate soccer. I will say, though, they got to do something about the diving, man. It's just, I understand why it happens, but it's just so much. The advantage you get from diving and faking an injury is so high. I don't know what you can do about it. I'm just idly bringing up a complaint. You're faking it. Or were you? Maybe you just got healed. I don't know what's in the spray bottle, but the health spray? Dude, the MetaMist. This FIFA has had MetaMist technology for like 20 years now. Call it liquid cocaine. 50% Goldschlager, 50% Jägermeister. Kids are spraying it on their ankles to induce a healing factor. Thank God for golden bombs, man. If I was a Peter Fonda and covered it up with my shirt and paid my tab and walked out, and then I remember, this is a real story. I mean, it's not that, like, crazy. It's just sort of funny. Right after that, we went to, like, a nightclub. And as soon as I got onto the dance floor, I pulled out the plastic, like, chair leg and was just holding it up in the club, like, yeah. And then security just came over to me and, like, grabbed it out of my hands. And then I looked him in the face and he was like, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. But dude, how cool would that have been? Big sake. At least a truck, like, in theory, there's some utility associated with it. So do I get annoyed when I almost get monster trucked by like a lifted Dodge Ram on Highway 1? Yeah, but at least like while my skull was being crushed into my thoracic cavity, I would be like, yeah, but you never know when he might pick up like a bunch of soil from Home Depot. I can't really fault him for that. I would buy a Corolla if Sam Elliott did the ads. Dude, I don't a lot of Apex, and like I guess there hasn't been much content in Apex lately, so it's, you know. You're right. I need to tell. I'm like a dividend stock, you know. I'm not like Tesla stock. I'm like Coca-Cola. You check Coca-Cola stock price in the bear market, $45. You check it in the bull market, $52. It's not moving that much, but every year the dividend check still comes in on the ex-dividend date. PE multiples staying roughly the same. Hold on, let me get the casino started here. Let me see how true that is. Let me get KO stock price. I think we could talk about the odds of getting a level 2 lionfish, and that could be a difference maker for us. Oh, good, we're overwriting your croissant. That's pretty positive. Dude, that was like the best run of Super Auto Pets I've ever had in my life. I don't think I've ever had a stronger pivot than that in my entire Super Auto Pets career. We lost like our first 5 rounds straight and then made the most insane pivot of all time. I told you, I feel like a bit of a maestro on the weekly this week. The ostrich, it can be insanely good. I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit scared because I'm right next to me is a LaCroix can. I had some LaCroix last night, and I drank all the water, but it's fizzing right now. Like it's. I don't know if you can still hear it. It's still active. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm dumb. That was actually the sound of my Venetian blinds hitting the window because the fan is now pointed in this direction. It turns out it was not the sound of a sparkling water can. Now, that's a Stegosaurus. That's the power of the Stegosaurus. Then we sell the donkey, try a level 3 white tiger. And honestly, we really, forget the level up, we really just want to see a Stegosaurus. I know I should maybe like freeze a puppy. I'm realizing now, okay, fine. I guess I would take a level 3 falcon. But I'm really rolling to try to find a Stegosaurus. Why Choco? What are you talking about? It's called an artisan level. Oh, you've never heard of an artisan level before? A little sad, honestly. Level me. Camel me, I guess. Level 2 frog me. Sure. You know what? I embrace this right now. Now, the next goal, I know exactly how to play this. Peep-OG this, write this down, okay? We put a croissant or a cucumber on our marmoset so that it keeps building stats. And then we sell this, the level 2 frog to get the stats off of our buff marmoset onto a unit that has some utility, such as a hippo, a rhino, etc., etc. Onto a porcupine. And give our shark the weirdest melon armor of all time. It's big porcupine strats. Welcome. My name is Northern Lion, and welcome to Jackass. This is the big porcupine trick. Hey, Adele, you know porcupine never works. Yeah, dude, but what if this time it does? Blah. Anyway. It worked. It never got a single trigger, but it worked anyway. I don't really want the turtle to stick around, honestly. We need to... I get that we could swap stats onto the eel. Seriously, though, want to play TMNT? I don't know. I've been kind of, like, interested in checking out Shredder's Revenge. Hold on. First, I have to run pure scumbag build. But I can't shake the feeling that's like almost all beat 'em ups are just so damn boring. Like they just are. I'm always like, oh, this looks like fun. And then for like the first half hour, I'm having like a pretty good time. And then after that, I'm like, why am I still playing this? I'm just mashing the X button and walking to the right over and over. On a weekday, that would be fine. That would save me a lot of problems. That's only 1 a.m. your time. I don't see what the issue is. Honestly, I'm gonna try something never before seen. This kills me. Dude, I'm not even joking with you. I hate you East Coast motherfuckers. None of you have... You all... Hey, let's go spend some time in... Oh, I didn't save 2 gold. Oh, you know what? 2015, we came to visit Malf in Toronto. Then we'll be like, hey, when are you coming to Vancouver? And he's like, oh, make me. I don't know why people from the East Coast are like so afraid of being exposed to a part of the world where they're not under the boot of blizzards 6 months out of the year. I think they're worried that they wouldn't be able to come back. It's like how when you're in the grind, you're like, I have to just keep grinding. I have to just keep grinding because if I ever take a second and relax, then I'm going to realize how fucked up my existence has been to this point. They're like, oh no, sorry. I wouldn't dare ever leave Toronto in January is so idyllic. Makes me... Line unit is going to get the shit kicked out of it. You ready for this? That hawk, you're fucked, dude. You're done. You're done, bud. Nice try. 8 wins. Freeze me. At this stage, you need a lemon. Whoa, what the heck? I accidentally clicked on something in Windows that made all my active windows tessellate out in front of me? What button is that, man? I felt like I was Tom Cruise in Minority Report. Holy cow, that scared the crap out of me. You know, I'll make it stop will you make it stop if I read it? Hey, NL, been following your content since the EU 4 days. Much love from your far superior cousin America. Always the case, no matter how much Canadian propaganda you push. Keep up the good work, man. You've always been funny. Just now that people are noticing it. So thank you for always being consistent for us rouge-like lovers. You're welcome. Are we done? All right. I thought it would be worse. Dual stars? You're too good to me. She said 1 sec, but I'm already off the clock. Now this is mukbang. How do they do this, man? You know how they do this? Ingredient number 1 in potato chips. What do you think it is? Type your answer in chat right now. Potatoes? Wrong. Specially selected potatoes. I wonder what kind of legal red tape you got to run through to be able to write